live from the Canadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Carriacou and Petit Martinique, make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas as the GUT Credit Union brings you Loan Pop-Up at the Carriacou branch this Saturday, 10th December for one Saturday only. Take advantage of this opportunity to get the money you need to make that holiday wish come true with a GUT Credit Union Christmas Make-A-Wish loan. Visit GUT Credit Union Carriacou branch this Saturday and make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas. Grenada, your loan Saturday continues at Grenville and Grandance branches as per usual. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Good evening. This is Network News for Monday, December 5, 2022. In the headlines, $1.3 billion budget presented for 2023. Opposition leader hints to fiery response at the commencement of budget debate on Thursday. Oscar Bartholomew's criminal case takes a new turn. Interruptions to air services to Carriacou. Labor Code again under review. And around the globe, regionally, road crashes cripple services at some hospitals in Jamaica. Internationally, the White House slams Trump's call for termination of Constitution. Plus, in the sports news, Paradise FC International crowned champions of the 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Tournament. We invite you to stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. The estimates of revenue and expenditure for 2023 amounts to over $1 billion. We begin the reporting with GBN's Christina John.
The 2023 budget amounts to $1.3 billion. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, delivered the inaugural budget under the theme Vision 2035, People-Centered Transformation, laying the foundation for resilience, empowerment, and growth. The Prime Minister provided an overview of the figures.
This budget sets our country and our citizens on a path towards resilience, empowerment and growth, towards a better Grenada for all of us. It provides, Mr. Speaker, for a total expenditure, including principal repayments of $1,350,465,246. Current revenue, $1.1 billion. Total grants, $67.8 million. Recurrent expenditure, $741.9 million. Capital expenditure, $313.9 million. Current account surplus, $308.9 million. Principal repayments, $294.6 million. Primary surplus after grants, $124.4 million, and the overall surplus after grants, 62.7 million.
The largest slice of the budget, 114.2 million, was allocated to the Health and Wellness Ministry. Prime Minister Mitchell compared some specific allocations for 2023 to that of the former administration.
Area of health and wellness. We have allocated a sum of 114.2 million in 2023 compared to the allocation of 97.1 million in 2022. In education, youth, sports, and culture, we have allocated a sum of 193.9 million in 2023 compared to the allocation of 182.5 million in 2022, an increase of 11.4 million. Again, the highest allocation to education, youth, sports, and culture in the history of this country. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated a sum of 54.3 million to the agriculture and fishery sectors as compared to 40 million by the previous administration, an increase of 14.3 million. Again, Mr. Speaker, this is the biggest sum of money that has been pumped into the agriculture and fishery sector in recent years.
There was a first in the budget, the allocation of 3.4 million for the creative economy.
Speaker, the previous administration allocated $0 to the creative economy. Let me repeat that. The previous administration, Mr. Speaker, allocated $0 in 2022 to the creative economy. This vital and strategic area, especially for young people, was neglected. We have allocated a sum of 3.4 million, inclusive of a culture and creative industry fund that will provide direct financing support to our creatives.
The Prime Minister explained how the government plans to finance the budget.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to report that the 2023 budget is fully financed. Government operations before financing is forecasted to result in an overall surplus of 62.7 million. An analysis of government financing below the line in 2023 will show an overfinancing of 33 million, broken down as follows, Mr. Speaker. Domestic sources, that is from the central bank, commercial banks, regional government securities market, no domestic source of funding are projected. External sources, that is new loan disbursements, less principal repayments. Financing of 33 million is projected. One of the key sources of new external loan disbursements is a budget support operation with the World Bank to the tune of 30 million US or 81 million, which will become available during the first half of 2023. Other sources, Mr. Speaker, drawn down from the Consolidated Revenue Fund and disposal of assets. No sources of funding are projected. Based on the foregoing, Mr. Speaker, government is expected to generate a financing surplus of $96.2 million.
The presentation took place at the Houses of Parliament at the Parliament Building, Mount Welldale, St. George. Christina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister and Finance Minister Deacon Mitchell made several announcements during his maiden budget presentation, which piqued the interest of many. The public library reconstruction, increased pay for nurses, and an additional 5% VAT on sugary drinks are among plans. Beverly Telesford reports.
Nurses will receive an honorarium of $500 a month starting from January 2023 for 12 months, an investment of $4.2 million. $800,000 has been allocated for the Public Library Modernization Project to restore public libraries in Grenada. $22.8 million allocated for reimagining the Imani program. $11.6 million budgeted for housing in 2023 and promises to deliver 500 Grenadian-style homes. There will be an increase in the pensionable age to 65, an increased contribution rate by 0.5%, and survivor benefit for persons in common law relationships. The minimum wage order is to be reviewed, with occupational health and safety being a priority. VAT will be increased from 15% to 20% on carbonated beverages and drinks with added sugar. Sugar will be removed from the zero-rated VAT listing. $18 million has been budgeted for a seed program, and government will introduce employment benefits for persons displaced by disasters, pandemics, and other eventualities. $13.5 million has been allocated for cargo and passenger airlift. Government plans for major investment in the creative industry includes developing a policy and strategy for the creative economy, creating a creative industries development fund. There will be zero VAT on equipment for the creative industry from February 2023, creating an Office of Creative Affairs and launching a creative industry registry. A project will be launched to rehabilitate government buildings with $30 million coming from the World Bank. Government's plans for the judiciary includes creating a post of Deputy Registrar, Lands and Deeds, enhancing staff at legal departments, relocating Ministry of Legal Affairs, constructing state-of-the-art halls of justice, reducing rental facilities for courts. $22.8 million has also been budgeted for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. With regards to crime, human resource in the prisons to be improved, and 70 recruits join the Royal Grenada Police Force. $2.3 million has also been allocated for firefighting equipment and public CCTV systems, which will be installed to help reduce and solve crimes. Regarding energy, sites for alternative energy generation sources at Pearls and Point Salines will be examined. $142 million projects to investigate geothermal energy capacity. Solar panels and other energy-efficient initiatives will be implemented on government buildings, and VAT on electricity will be lowered from 15% to 7.5%. Petrol tax will be lowered from $5.50 to $3.50. VAT will be exempted from several food items and other necessities and will be reviewed in December 2023. The Finance Minister said some of the fiscal measures reflect the comments made by the public during extensive pre-budgetary consultations. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Well, opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell is promising a comprehensive rebuttal to the 2023 estimates of revenue and expenditure as he cites inaccuracies in Monday's presentation by Prime Minister and Finance Minister Deacon Mitchell.
Earlier today, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, delivered his maiden budget presentation of the 2023 estimates of revenue and expenditure of $1,350,465,246. This is aimed at propelling the economy to support government's transformation agenda. Following the Prime Minister's delivery, GBN engaged a few persons outside of the Parliament building, and that included opposition leader and former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell.
Well, first of all, clearly it was long, and clearly it gives me an excellent opportunity to dissect and provide a serious analysis of what was said. I perceive that there were clearly some serious mistakes given and the numbers given, because I have assessed the numbers, and given my own experience in dealing with these matters, I will be able to show how many of the statements were made were ill-informed and inaccurate.
Dr. Mitchell labeled today's budget presentation as a serious attack on the poor class of people. He has promised to use the numbers provided by the government to demonstrate this.
So there was a lot of rhetoric, a lot of words used, but the words are not what people feel. It's what people feel, what's happening on the ground outside there, how the average man is feeling, how the vendors in the market is feeling, the road workers who appear to have been marginalized by the state runs made by the government. How do they feel of going into Christmas with a couple of fortnights when they were getting many fortnights before and were empowered a lot more in many respects. The farmers, how do they feel about the lack of sale of the products? How do the busmen feel for the lack of income activities in the country? Well, that's what counts. The rhetoric and statements are one thing, and but that's what I will be doing on Thursday. I guarantee you, the nation will get a very good feel as to what this means for the future of this country going forward under this NDC government.
The opposition leader feels that the new administration has not articulated its fiscal plans in clear terms.
There's the statements. That's what I'm telling you. When we dissect the numbers, that's where my strength is. When the Prime Minister's experience is not in numbers. I don't know what he was given and who gave him, but I would show that his numbers are not accurate in many areas. That's what I would show. When you look, one thing people have to understand, the government has a document that says this is the approved estimates, and then at the end of the year you give what the actual estimates are. So if you approve, if you proceed to look at the approve and just give the numbers for the approve into your budget, in effect, what you're doing is giving less than what was actually spent in the 2022. And he did not try to differentiate this, and this is one of the areas we will spend some time on.
Dr. Mitchell is concerned that the new administration has been painting a gloomy picture of the performance of the new National Party government.
I guarantee you, people are going to be surprised. But you know something strange? I didn't hear anything about the $290,000 cabinet conclusion, and $150 goes in the Treasury. I believe the country needs a serious apology from the Prime Minister, and he will not get away with this. You cannot malign an entire cabinet. You cannot malign an entire government by the statements you've made, because it's a cabinet you are maligning by saying that you have a conclusion for $290,000 and only $150 went to the Treasury. People outside are listening. It appears that it's a character attack on the members of your cabinet. Prime Minister must know one day, probably sooner than later, he would be an ex-Prime Minister. He would be an ex-cabinet member. And others might try to do that to him. He can't be doing this.
The opposition leader, Dr. Keith Mitchell, will make his rebuttal on Thursday when the budget debate begins. Session is scheduled to start at 9, and GBN will carry a live broadcast. Converging on government's transformation agenda, the theme for this year's presentation was Vision 2035, people-centered transformation, laying the foundation for resilience, empowerment, and growth. From outside the Parliament building, I am Christina John for GBN News.
Meanwhile, GBN solicited other responses to the 2023 budget presentation. Private sector representative in the Senate, Salim Rahman, said today's budget presentation was a good one.
I thought it was quite a very good budget, honestly. And I see that, they did their homework. We know in the business community that they did consult on a number of occasions with us, on Zoom and in person. And so we're happy to see that some of the things that we've mentioned, they took into consideration. Prime Minister mentioned that there was a res in tax of $600 million, meaning owing to the state. And that for the next 12 months to regularize it, there will be a tax amnesty. And so that is something that is of particular importance to the business community and to Grenadians as a whole. Debt forgiveness, give them an opportunity to start on a new page.
Former Tourism and Civil Aviation Minister Dr. Clarice Modeste Cohen, while in agreement with some aspects of today's presentation, said she had a bit of apprehension.
I listened very attentively to the Prime Minister's delivery, and while there were some issues of relevance, there were some things that left me wondering when I listened to some of the projects that were being implemented, that were alluded to being implemented in the last 6 months, and especially from the tourism point of view that I know had started long ago. I think there's a mix-up in terms of what started when, but of course in the middle of a year, 6 months gone, maybe he's a little bit mixed up. That is what I would say. While there are several issues of relevance in terms of the delivery, I have questions about it in terms of the ability to deliver. And my other concern is that in the theme it says it's people-centered, but from what I've seen happening in the 6 months, it is more attacking people.
President General of Grenada Trades Union Council and Senator Andre Lewis said they will have to review what was presented.
One is also concerned that we have over $600 million of standing in tax collection, according to the Prime Minister, and that has serious implications for the economy, which was basically almost 50% of the budget presentation. So we look forward to the measures being put in place to collect the outstanding taxes. We are now, through our advocacy, at least we are seeing that the government have said that any review to pension will not impact people who are currently employed and who are currently entitled to pension. And looking towards 2024, obviously discussions will have to take place on that. That certainly is a step in the right direction in terms of giving us the assurances that we have been looking for.
He added that there appears to be a levy on water usage, and this will have to be looked at in greater detail. Other news to report. On Monday, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell outlined the 2023 budget under the theme Vision 2035, People-Centered Transformation, laying the foundation for resilience, empowerment and growth. Members of the public are also sharing their views on some areas they think need urgent attention going forward. Take a listen.
I would like to see the roads developed, the infrastructure in a whole. Roads, better supply of electricity, services from the internet, better services from flow, and work for the youths.
More in terms of the policy that would enable Grenadians, and when I say Grenadians, I'm talking about those of us who are living and working here and contributing to the state's development. I think policy framework for us to be able to invest, and policies that would allow the lending institutions and so on to give us favorable terms and conditions to be able to get to the next level. I think that is lacking within the state of Grenada. And often people say, Grenadians don't want to invest, but we want to invest. The challenge is, are there policy framework that allows us to be able to do so, and so that we can be successful? I think if the state look at that, I think you would find a lot more persons even who are living outside of Grenada would want to now return home, because the policy favors us and is giving us the impetus to want to go out and really invest in our country and take it to the next step.
2023, I would like to see more emphasis on mental health for the young persons especially. A lot of times that you see persons going astray and there's no real facility to support that or to bring them back in track and get them the help they need.
Youth development in terms of working, because there are children from college that finishes with many subjects and they go and sit at home. The country don't have enough for our youths growing up. So I think that the government should try to put things in place for youths, so when they finish school or college, they can go and get a good work instead of being idle, sitting on the road, doing nothing.
The youths and better healthcare. The youths, the jobs, because I'm self-employed. Recently I started because I've been trying to send applications and no respond. So I think they need to focus especially more on the youth's job areas.
This is Network News from the Grenadian capital. Still to come, new developments in the Oscar Bartholomew criminal case. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Anisha Hussein. I've been a member with the Ariza Credit Union for the past 12 or so years. At the time, I was a member of another financial institution, and being exposed to one of its board members that I work with, he was able to give a detailed breakdown of what the credit union at the time offered. So this helped guided me into, converting to becoming a member of Ariza Credit Union at the time. Ariza Credit Union would have helped me over the years in terms of being able to own and acquire stuff. Even as a contract worker, they would have been able to, come up with their policies as to guide persons along my job description. I would like to extend a hearty congratulations to the Ariza Credit Union and its achievement for 75 years and the way they would have been able to transform the lives of its members over that period of time. Congratulations.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Jason is constantly on his phone, even on special occasions. He's ensuring that they're covered with eLife. Apply for insurance online, anytime, anywhere. It's easy. Choose your insurance coverage, apply, and pay online. Living the eLife easy. Live the eLife with Sagicor.
Why wish upon a star? Our bank is better by far. Whatever you're wishing for this Christmas, we'll give you low interest and no fun.
Make your wishes come true this Christmas with a loan from Co-op Bank. Make those home renovations, treat your family and friends, and get the things on your Christmas list. All of this is possible with our hassle-free financing of up to $40,000. Apply today and you can be one of the 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website or your nearest retail banking unit for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you. Welcome home.
They come with a catalog you know word for word.
I'm committed to keeping this love alive.
They have a league of fans that stretch as far as the eye can see. Their legacy speaks for itself, so we don't have to. The Radisson Grenada Beach Resort is the place to be this New Year's Eve from 9 p.m. for the classic way to ring in the new year, featuring Third World.
You should know it's time for the world to. So won't you try?
This classic cast will also feature Sabrina and the Treehouse Band live. Early bird tickets are available at GoToFets.com and Grenadian Optical. Single tickets $500, couples $800. Sunshine Promotions presents Classic. A signature all-inclusive experience celebrating the old and welcoming the new. Sponsored by Blast, Independence Agencies Limited, St. Augustine Medical Services, Radisson Grenada Beach Resort, Best Quote Construction, and Cass Unisex Boutique.
Have After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
Now this is Christmas time. Celebrate in style. With furniture on, you can will make it with your one. With unsecured loans, reduced interest rates, win cash prizes for the best Christmas ever. So we'll make it, hey, para playing, hey, ham and black cake eating. Now this is Christmas.
Get unsecured loans up to $50,000 and a chance to win cash prizes this Christmas at
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Whoa! Did you hear that? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $216,000. Play Lotto today for chances at winning big. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
Shop and win at Real Value this Christmas. Anyone spending $50 or more can win $5,000, $2,500, and $1,500 in cash and shopping vouchers. Simply place your receipt with your name, address, and phone number in the barrel provided. Promotion starts November 21st and runs until December 23rd with the grand draw of the morning of December 24th. Plus, anytime you use your Real Value Shoppers card, you can win day passes to Royalton, hamper baskets, wine, and more. Promotion runs from November 21st till December 30th. Shop at Real Value this Christmas.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Have your family or friends ever needed cash now, but you are nowhere close to give it to them directly? With the cardless cash feature from Republic Bank Online and your mobile phone, it is hassle-free and convenient to send money to anyone, including yourself, using the Republic mobile app. Simply log into your account, access the cardless feature, enter the amount you want to transfer, and using the access code provided, the cash can be withdrawn instantly from a designated Republic Bank ATM without a card. Republic Bank Cardless Cash is convenience at your fingertips. To learn more about our cardless cash features, visit republicgrenada.com for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center, a mistrial has been declared in the Oscar Bartholomew case. On Monday, the Director of Public Prosecution on behalf of the prosecution and Attorney at Law Ruggles Ferguson on behalf of the defense in the Oscar Bartholomew murder trial issued a joint statement on the matter. It informed that after 2 months of hearing evidence, a judge of the High Court today declared a mistrial in the Oscar Bartholomew criminal matter involving accused Sean Gannis, Wendell Sylvester, Roddy Felix, and Edward Gibson. The decision of High Court Judge Victoria Charles Clark came after the defense counsel last Thursday, December 1, 2022, made submissions that a mistrial ought to be declared following certain prejudicial information to which jurors in the matter were exposed. According to the statement in her ruling on Monday morning, the judge also imposed a gag order on further reporting, publication, or republication on the Oscar Bartholomew matter until the completion of the matter, which is scheduled to begin on April 24, 2023. The decision of the High Court judge was taken in the interest of ensuring a fair trial of the accused, to which they are entitled under the Constitution. The 4 accused are being represented by Dr. Francis Alexis Casey, Ali Gill, Ruggles Ferguson, Sharice Noel, and Anselm Clouden. The Crown is being represented by the Director of Public Prosecution, Christopher Nelson, KC, and Senior Crown Counsel, Chrisanne Greenidge. This story to report, a local businessman is calling for someone to come to his rescue, as he says the action of management from a next-door business is causing him great distress. We get more in this report.
Andy Johnson runs an auto parts shop at Woodlands, St. George. His business is located on the premises of his dwelling house. Johnson says that for the past year, he has been deprived of sleep and is frustrated. His main bone of contention lies with a doghouse which has been positioned close to his property.
There's a year now I cannot sleep, morning, noon, and night. The management in the business next door, they have a lot of dogs. They have a big, massive compound where the dogs was on the other side in Bongji with Nawasa, but apparently they had some problems with me, so they put the dogs right in the Bongji where I live in, so I cannot sleep day and night. It's over my bedroom and directly in the kitchen. If I walk inside the house, the dog's barking. Hear them, you understand? And that going on day and night. And this is only happening a year now. Every night, every morning, 4 o'clock is like an alarm clock. Sometimes I just try to wake up early to go on the beach so the dog don't have to wake me up. And during the night and on weekends, I was going to sleep by my cousin.
The businessman describes the stench from the doghouse as unbearable. Johnson claims that the situation is now affecting his health because the constant barking of the dogs causes him to awake from sleep with great fright. He feels that his complaints are falling on deaf ears.
I have attempted all different type of connection with the police. I call them a lot of times. They're always calling them. The Ministry of Health asked them to remove the doghouse. They had several field trips. They visited the place. The whole place is not smelling good. It's like it's a torture. And anybody with basic common sense would know that it is logistically clear that something like that cannot continue. And as I say, I don't want to take things to the maximum level. I want people to come to their senses and do the right thing, because we all need each other, and as business people, it is very fashionable to take good decisions surrounding your business. We don't make money and leave other people unhappy. That's not how we do it.
GBN has confirmed that Johnson made several reports to the police and the Ministry of Environmental Health. Acting officer in charge of environmental health, Mr. Kenny James, confirmed that he is aware of this issue, which was previously handled by his superior, who is now on leave. Johnson is hoping that someone listens to him.
Company have a big, massive compound where they could relocate their dogs. Their dog was in an area which wasn't handbugging me, but for some reason they decide to put the dogs to harass me. You understand? And this is just a situation. It's so sad that, it's people who doing business together. We all are prestigious business people within the community. And I think it's very crucial that we look at this thing in a serious manner, because there's other things that will happen or could occur, but I'm just trying to control it so that people could come to their natural senses and solve the problem. So I think it is very imperative for the management of my business people next door to check themselves. This is a wake-up call.
GBN sought a comment from the owners of the offending business next door. We were told that they were unable to give any comment at this time, as they will need to seek advice from another party. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
There are some new developments relative to flights to the Sister Isles. New arrangements were reached in July by the NDC administration to resume airlift via St. Vincent, Carriacou and Grenada. However, SVG Air has encountered technical issues. We get the rest of the details in this report.
SVG Air, which operates the Twin Otter aircraft, has said in a statement that it has been forced to take the aircraft out of service because the engines were damaged by gravel and grit. According to a statement from SVG Air, on October 29th, the pilots reported an issue with the engines on the last flight from Carriacou to St. Vincent. After inspection, it was identified that the engines had sustained significant damage due to the ingestion of gravel and grit. As a result, the aircraft was grounded and both engines sent for repairs. The statement went on to say since the end of October, they have been subchartering aircrafts to maintain the Carrico service. But unfortunately, it is now getting busy and aircrafts are no longer reliably available to charter. The SVGS statement noted that this will cause an interruption to the service for several weeks at a minimum. SVGS said they are working closely with the government of Grenada to source an additional aircraft that will be based in Grenada for 2023. GBN caught up with Minister for Carrico and PT Martinique Affairs, the Honourable Tevin Andrews, outside of Parliament today. He said he had no immediate comments. What he did tell GBN, however, is there are some exciting news to come before December 31st. For GBN News, Janelle MacDonald.
Pronouncements by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell for the Public Library Modernization Project in the 2023 budget presentation immediately ignited responses from the public. That's what's creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Deacon Mitchell, while delivering his maiden budget presentation of the 2023 estimates of revenue and expenditure on Monday, announced $800,000 allocated for the Public Library Modernization Project. Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this development. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Jennifer said, "Thank the Lord. If the government can lobby for a grant, though, to reconstruct a state-of-the-art modern library, which can also be a tourist site given prime location." Dossie said it will cost much more than that to restore the public library and to bring it up to date to acceptable standards. However, it's a step in the right direction. I am certain there will be more development along the way as time proceeds. Maria said, "Money was set aside before COVID. What happened to it? Or is it the same $800,000? Lazarus chimed in, "Better be a smart library. We need to create digital citizens." And Petra said, "Time enough. We need a library back, especially in the city." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
One of the stories we'll be reporting when we return, a Cuban president to visit Grenada this week. Stay with us.
Super Sunday! Super Sunday! Sunday, December 18th is Super Sunday in Grenada. Megaforce Promotions has its biggest bingo event of the year. And this year, you can win over $175,000 in cash and prizes. $20,000 deposited to your savings account. $1,500 a month for 1 year for groceries. $1,500 a month for 1 year for Grenlec, Nawassa, and Flow Bills. 2 tickets to New York, plus US $3,000 spending money and $100,000 in cash. Whoa, this is crazy! Get your Super Sunday tickets now, $60 for 1 or $100 for 2. This will be the event of the century. You gotta be mad to miss this. December 18th, Grenada. Get ready for Super Sunday.
Yar, shiver me timbers. What's this? Free tile?
Ooh, free tile? We've got to go capture this treasure.
Full speed ahead. Yar, with prices like these, there's no need to plunder at all. Free tiles for Christmas is back at Island Style.
Yo ho ho! Buy 100 tiles at the regular price, get up to 20 tiles absolutely free. Magnificent!
Remember, when you think tile, think Island Style. Yar, maybe I should tell my fellow pirate elf, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, I think he's busy fighting monsters these days.
What you want? This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock.
I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. Hit it once, no time. Side up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 5. That's my high.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Get it up to your inner move. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Surround yourself with the fresh aroma of Beep Ocean Spray Air Freshener. Relive the joy of being out on the open ocean with Beep for a happy, healthy home.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
It's your
Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more, like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel is expected in Grenada this week. He started a tour of Caribbean nations on Saturday with a visit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He will participate in the 8th CARICOM Cuba Summit to be held in Barbados tomorrow. This December also marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between CARICOM and Cuba. Now, the president announced in his official Twitter account that he will make official visits to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Barbados, and Grenada, countries he considers brothers of Cuba, united by close ties of friendship and a history of support in the most difficult times. The president recalled that after Cuba was diplomatically isolated after the United States and the Organization of American States forced Latin American nations to break their ties with the island, only Mexico had maintained the link. While in Grenada on Wednesday, the Cuban leader will meet with state and government officials. He will also meet with Cuban nationals, graduates of Cuban universities, Grenadians who receive medical attention, as well as friends and supporters of Cuba. All right, time for this evening's GBN Eyesore.
A good eye catches all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's Eyesore features a water spout captured by one of our citizen journalists. While water spouts form mostly in tropical and subtropical areas, other areas also report water spouts, including Europe and Western Asia. Water spouts fall into two categories: fair weather water spouts and tornadic water spouts. Tornadic water spouts are tornadoes that form over water or move from land to water. They have the same characteristics as a land tornado. They are associated with severe thunderstorms and are often accompanied by high winds and seas and frequent dangerous lightning. Fair weather water spouts are generally not associated with thunderstorms. While tornadic water spouts develop downward in a thunderstorm, a fair weather water spout develops on the surface of the water and works its way upward. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Up next, the sports news, followed by Around the Globe.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
At Guardian Group, we've seen so many of our customers achieve great things. So, it's no surprise that after 175 years, our optimism is stronger than ever. Because when you've partnered with people to achieve their best lives as long as we have, you tend to see the world a little brighter every day. Guardian Group. Live easy.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the season to be jolly, and the NLA is giving back loads of prizes to its loyal customers in its exciting Xmas Bonanza promotion. Yes, Grenada! It's your opportunity to win hams and bottles of wine and rum from November 15th to December 31st. Over 450 prizes will be up for grabs during this festive season. Simply purchase a single ticket valued at $12 or more in Lotto, Cash 4, Playway, or Pick 3, and check your tickets for the word ham, wine, or rum. Play daily for chances to win every day. Prizes are redeemable at NLA's head office on the Carenage on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting November 16th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Happy Christmas, Grenada! Ho, ho, ho!
Carriacou and Petit Martinique, make
your wish the perfect gift this Christmas as the GUT Credit Union brings you Loan Pop-Up at the Carriacou branch this Saturday, 10th December for one Saturday only. Take advantage of this opportunity to get the money you need to make that holiday wish come true with a GUT Credit Union Christmas Make-A-Wish loan. Visit GUT Credit Union Carriacou branch this Saturday and make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas. Grenada, your loan Saturday continues at Grenville and Grandance branches as per usual. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Good evening, sporting fans. Welcome. It was a one-sided dominance that reignited memories of years gone by as Paradise FC International walked away with the prize of $100,000. Facing giants from the North, Hard Rock SC, Paradise FC International stamped their supremacy while blowing away the mistakes of last year's final. Joshua Isaac was instrumental in the 6-0 thrashing as he recorded a hat-trick and earned the Golden Ball trophy for the tournament. Renowned national striker Jamal Ray Charles was also in the Paradise squad, creating issues for the Hard Rock defense. Meanwhile, in the third place playoff, it was all squared at one apiece at the end of full time in the matchup between Hurricanes SC and Monkridge SC. Penalties were the decider as Hurricanes came out victorious 4-3. Oliver Giroud became France's all-time leading men's goal scorer as the World Cup holders coasted past Poland to reach the quarterfinals. The AC Milan striker scored his 52nd goal for France to claim the country's record, surpassing the great Thierry Henry. The historic goal came on the stroke of halftime after Giroud controlled Kylian Mbappe's pass before converting low into the net beyond the reach of Wojciech Szczesny. Having provided the assist for the first goal, the brilliant Mbappe turned on the style by scoring 2 fabulous strikes in the second half. Well, England will face France in the World Cup quarter-finals on Saturday after an impressive demolition of Senegal. Gareth Southgate's side survived a nervy opening in which goalkeeper Jordan Pickford made an outstanding save from Boulaye Dianti run-out. Convincing winners with a powerful display of attacking strength, Jude Bellingham was England's star man, setting up the first goal for Jordan Henderson with a perfect cross after 38 minutes, then having a hand in the second on the stroke of halftime, combining with Phil Foden as Captain Harry Kane powered home his first of the tournament. It left Kane just one behind Wayne Rooney's all-time record of 53 England goals. Foden was creator once more as England wrapped up the game in the 57th minute, crossing for Bukayo Saka, who showed great awareness and touch to flick a delicate finish past Senegal goalkeeper Edouard Mendy. And goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic was the hero, saving 3 penalties in the shootout as Croatia edged past Japan with a 3-1 victory to reach the World Cup quarterfinals. After a 1-0 draw at extra time, Livakovic kept out the first 2 efforts before stopping Maya Yoshida's kick. Then Mario Pasalic tucked his penalty into the corner to take his side through. Brazil delivered an ominous ominous message to their World Cup rivals with a dazzling display of attack and brilliance to dismantle South Korea and set up a quarterfinal against Croatia. Neymar made a goal-scoring return to action after injury at Stadium 974, but Brazil superstar was only one element of a devastating performance that ripped South Korea to shreds and settled this last 16 game well before halftime. Talk about that one. That is the sports news for now. Concerns are being raised in Jamaica about the impact of road accidents on the services at some hospitals across the island. More in this TVJ report.
Road fatalities continue to climb, and the authorities fear it could surpass last year's figure. The National Road Safety Council says initiatives are being fast-tracked to try and save lives this Christmas and beyond. It's understood that road crashes are crippling the services of some hospitals. Dennis Morgan is the CEO of the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital.
Up until the 27th of November, we have had 1,454 MVAs in the St. Anne region.
Mr. Morgan explained that in a number of instances, major adjustments have had to be made to accommodate these patients.
We continue to a more aggressive management of our bed space and our patients, particularly those who are well enough, still ill, but well enough to be discharged. We tend to expedite now the diagnostic.
But just how bad is it? Dr. Kerry Fletcher is the orthopedic surgeon at the facility.
People are being inconvenienced first at the level of the accident and emergency, where when these victims come in, they take up the majority of a day to treat, and so the other people in the waiting room, they have significant delays.
Further afield, the White House has criticized former President Donald Trump for suggesting parts of the Constitution should be thrown out. In a social media post, Trump again called for the 2020 election in the United States to be overturned and said elements of the Constitution should be terminated. There is no evidence to support Donald Trump's claims of election fraud in 2020. Al Jazeera has more.
Donald Trump is still angry that he lost the 2020 presidential election, and on the weekend he unleashed his rage, now directed at the U.S. Constitution. Do you throw the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner, or do you have a new election? He posted on Truth Social. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Trump has made bombastic statements in the past, but that a former president would call for the suspension of the Constitution was, according to a Biden spokesman, an anathema to the soul of our nation. Incoming House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries described it as extraordinary.
I thought it was a strange statement, but the Republicans are going to have to work out their issues with the former president and decide whether they're going to break from him and return to some semblance of reasonableness or continue to lean into the extremism.
Stay with us. We will remind you of the headlines after this. reminder of the headlines: $1.3 billion budget presented for 2023. Opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell hints to fiery response at the commencement of budget debate on Thursday. Oscar Bartholomew's criminal case takes a new turn. Interruptions to air services to Carriacou. Labour Court again under review. And around the globe, regionally, road crashes crippled services at some hospitals in Jamaica. Internationally, the White House slams Donald Trump's call for termination of Constitution. Plus, in the sports news, Paradise FC International crowned champions of the 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Tournament. Congratulations to the team. All right, programming note for you. The 2023 budget will be rebroadcast following GBN's Beyond the Headlines this evening. So feel free to tune in to be in the loop. That's it from us in the GBN newsroom for now. I'm Kenroy. Baptiste. Thanks for joining us. Good night.